Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So the Dragon Ball Superhero Celebration is upon us, right? We are going to be entering into this very soon. I have very high expectations, at a lot of points, throughout Dokkan. It's like, oh, let's keep our expectations in check for certain things. This is a celebration I feel as though is going to be very grand, right? And not just this one, but then moving directly into the 8th anniversary right after. I anticipate both celebrations to just be ball-busting, incredible good, right? Like, I have full faith we're going to get tons of craziness coming with this Dragon Ball Superhero Celebration. So we know that Gohan and Piccolo, they have at least two forms, right? A lot of discussion on if they're actual transformation characters or if it's just like an active skill or what. We will see. Now, I was saying that I thought it was a very good chance that these characters are transformation characters, as in, I would bet money on it, and not just active skill characters. The reason for this is that they're going to make Gohan Beast and Orange Piccolo, like, these are going to be fights in the game. Like, it's not just like, oh, we summon them and we use them, but we will be fighting them as well, right? Be it Dokkan events or Red Zone. So I seriously tweets this out. This, of course, is the Red Zone logo. So what we can anticipate is that on Global NJP, sometime very soon, we're going to get an announcement in the news that more Red Zone stages are happening. So recently I've noticed this pattern with I Seriously and his leaks is it typically is usually what is coming in the global news just like a day or two in advance. It is typically what this is, right? I have some examples here. LR Vegeta and Trunks, I believe, he tweeted out the GIF, and then I believe it was like the same night or the next day where Vegeta and Trunks' Dokkan event was teased. I seriously tweeted out that the Resurrection F Blues were coming on Halloween, and then, a couple days later, bam, right? The Resurrection F Blues were coming as well. So what we can expect to see is that sometime within the next few days, we will get the official teaser in the news telling us that these Red Zone stages are coming. And again, I expect that it's sort of the same teaser, right? Where it will be like 2 days before the celebration would begin. So the thing about this is, as of right now, we are expecting the 28th will be the release date of Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo. As of right now, that's the expected day that we're going to see these characters. That's what we're sort of all thinking right now. The 26th, this is when the actual live stream is going to be happening, where we're going to get our first glimpse at Orange Piccolo and Beast Gohan, right? Their full details, stuff like that. I presume the data download will be afterwards. We probably would see some sort of global, like, Dokkan Now or something like that to show the characters. I can't imagine they're just only going to do the JP live stream and then not have global players get introduced to these characters in sort of that grand fashion, right? So I do expect that. But I seriously tweeting this out now, it does make me wonder, like, is this gonna come out like this teaser? Is this gonna be tonight or tomorrow or something like that? And then all of a sudden, I could actually see perhaps Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo will come out with the live stream on the 26th. We will see, right? I would say by the 28th, like the celebration, all the stuff is going to be out. But over the next week, it's going to be very interesting to see how things play out. With these characters, right, and what the full scope of this celebration is going to be. Red Zone stages and Dokkan events are a good start. I anticipate the banners could be some of the best ever. I think that the gammas on the banners is a very good chance. Right, I expect that, like, the 7th anniversary LRs to be on there. I'd say there's a very good chance, right? I saw some people talking about the worldwide download celebration units. I mean, I guess it's possible, but I do feel like those were probably just going to remain, like, coming back an anniversary. I don't think they're going to, like, just bring those units back so fast. Because the 7th anniversary units, remember, they haven't made, like, a return on, like, a normal banner yet. They were on the Tanabata banner, but that's not, like the same, like, just, like, their normal return. So I think we would see the 7th anniversary LRs. Before we would see like Final Form Cooler, Goku and Vegeta, Metal Cooler, Carnival Goku, those types of characters. Although Carnival Goku and Metal Cooler, they're Carnival LRs, they will definitely be returning with the anniversary, right? So that's good. We have Red Zone stages. Now, what types of Red Zone stages are we expecting to see here? Now, at the moment, I probably should just pull this up. At the moment, every single, like, super difficult event in the game right now, like, the 20 hardest fights in the game, which is all of this, they're all against villains. So far, every Red Zone stage has been against a villain character, right? All 7 of the GT ones, all 7 of the movie ones, and then we have all 5 of the Wicked Bloodline ones. And then I guess the Dragon Ball Heroes has 3 villain stages as well. So it would stand to reason that, like, these would be fights against villains also. But the thing about Dragon Ball Superhero, if you go through everything in this movie, the only, like, villains that we would get is, like, Magenta, Carmine, and Cell Max. This is it. These are the only villains of the movie. Dr. Hedo and the Gammas, like, they're super class, like, type units, right? Like, they're not, like, actual villain. These are the only 3 villains of the movie, like, actual real villains. I don't think Magenta and Carmine are getting Red Zone stages. They could. I don't think so, though. So, it's like, are they going to drop one Red Zone stage as Cell Max? I don't see that happening, right? All right, the Dragon Ball Superhero Red Zone, one fight against Cell Max. Like, that doesn't make sense, because we already have the Cell Max event. And keep in mind, based upon the way the title is written, there's a title you get for completing this, it does imply that another stage is going to be added. So I think Cell Max, like, there's just going to be a second stage for the Cell Max fight, I think is what we're actually going to get to have happen, right? So I think, I mean, dude, I think we're going to see, like, the Gammas, Orange Piccolo, Beast Gohan, like, these are probably going to be Red Zone fights. These are going to be, I think, our first super class Red Zone stages. Because they pretty much have to be, right? You know, if you go through all these characters, they're all like heroes, like super class characters. The Gammas are, like, sort of like softly, like, anti-heroes with the way the movie plays out. So, I mean, that if Red Zone is coming out, I feel like that's another, like, yeah, like, these are not active skill characters. They're coming in hot as, like, real transformation characters. Like, I with Red Zone stages coming now, I'm not really too concerned. So, probably, would Gamma 1 and 2 have their own stages? Potentially. So, like, we get a stage against Gamma 1, Gamma 2, probably Gohan might go from, like, base to Super Saiyan to Ultimate to Beast. Probably Piccolo, his 3 forms, you know, base, Power Awakening into Orange. And then maybe, like, Pan would get one as well. Or perhaps Fat Gotenks. Probably Pan. I would think that 4 or 5 stages, probably 5 stages, maybe going like Pan, Gamma 2, Gamma 1, Orange Piccolo, and then Beast Gohan might be what we can anticipate to see here. Again, I'll probably lean towards Cell Max not getting a Red Zone stage here, and instead it's just going to be a new stage added to his own event, although I suppose they could just make him have a Red Zone stage as well, right? But I would anticipate we're going to be fighting these two in this Red Zone, which is going to be good, right? So now this is going to change things up a little bit, because all the previous Red Zones against villains, super class characters took more damage. So super class characters needed to have higher defenses to tank in these Red Zone stages. So if we're going up against super class enemies, it's going to be the reverse. Extreme class units are going to start taking more damage. So, you know, potentially Final Form Cooler, Easy STR Cooler, these characters who are much more impressive in, say, the Wicked Bloodline Red Zone and stuff like that, maybe won't be as impressive in here, right? These superclass units might toast them up. And then at the same time, the superclass characters, the Gammas, the LR Gods, Vegeta and Trunks, Carnival Goku, they're going to be even tankier in these fights here. So that's going to be very, very interesting if that does end up being the case. Let me know what you guys think are going to be the Red Zone stages. I would probably lean towards like maybe 5 Pan, Gamma 1, Gamma 2, Orange Piccolo, Beast Gohan being like the 5 stages. Is probably what we would see. They can make the Gammas comboed with their own stages, but I feel like the Heroes Red Zone is kind of just like a special little like crossover thing. I don't really think we need to take too much like stock into it. But the last Red Zone, we got 5 stages. I think for the Superhero Celebration, we could expect a 5-stage Red Zone as well, with the characters that I listed. So let me know what you guys think about, again, who could be these Red Zone characters coming in. Which fight are we going to be getting? I think it's safe to say that Big Daddy number 1 and Big Daddy number 2 right here are probably going to be fights in Dokkan very, very soon. So thanks guys for watching, and we'll find out real soon.